Yeah, so this spot of dirt on my face is literally from when I was just throwing Cal his ball, and I was really going for this like side toss over the head situation to really throw him off guard, and instead I just threw the ball directly into my own face, which is kind of funny, but he didn't laugh. There's a Glizzy, and we are enjoying ourselves on this fine day. What I'm going to start this video off with is not even something that I don't know about my property, but something that I'm hoping will trick you, and that's right over here. What's more comfortable, after all, than a giant garden bed that came with the house that is just full to the brim with super expensive Miracle-Gro that I obviously paid for, and you can tell because it's filled with all of that perlite, all of those white particles of perlite right there, just filling the entire bed. No, I put a layer of Miracle-Gro on this garden bed that is actually just from those pots right there, revitalizing the mix with fresh soil, and the spare went ahead and covered this giant bed here, so it kind of looks like it's a bed of Miracle-Gro, even though it's totally not. Glizzy joining me in the muddy face trend. Look at that. And check this out. This is from the previous owner, and this, I believe, is onion, green onion that must have overwintered, I guess. Maybe not, it doesn't quite smell like it, but actually it does. This smells like onion, and if so, if you can identify that, it actually smells like onion. That could be green onion that has survived winter. Does that smell stinky? Oh man. Oop. I can tell you one thing that we have for sure are either moles or voles or something. Previous owner definitely left us a good amount of those. I swear the dogs can smell them, especially Glizzy. Here are some more plants looking quite nice. These are the ones that are right above the septic tank. You can see the cap there. And I, again, have no idea what these are. In fact, I think it's two types. There's this right here, and then there's these. And my only idea, doesn't that kind of look like ginger or something right there? Like a ginger root? I could be wrong, but these just, again, they popped up, and I don't know what they are, but the previous owners planted them, and they survived the winter as well. The previous owner also left these little garden pots that I'm going to be using for herb growing this coming year, including those black ones right there. All came with the house, but that's not even the coolest. I jumped on over to this side of the fence, and honestly, I'm not even sure about the trees in this area. Not the best with the tree ID. I feel like I'm pretty confident with cedars, but that's about it. Maybe there's some oaks around here. Can't actually tell too well. But here's the woods. What we also have, though, left by the previous owner, this little hill area, which grows a little bit more during the springtime, but they left these kind of interesting little gorilla figures, little statues. That's kind of interesting, quite heavy, but look very cool. Little picnic bench area, but what I really came out here for is right down here. It's this little thing over there. I do have a little DIY little hunting blind or some type of structure here that was used to look down in this area deeper into the woods. But check this out. It's a stone, it seems like some type of handmade stone bowl or cup or something. Looks pretty interesting. Came with the house. No story or anything from the previous owner. It's filled with rocks, seemingly. Has a very interesting texture and color. Just filled with rocks. Look at that. Maybe I can empty it out. Oh, look at that. Clay kata. So it's actually like, oh, totally empty. Here's what it is on the inside. Weird. It's like a giant spider on the bottom. So it's like a pot on the bottom. But then this weird stone. Probably just something bought from Home Depot or something, but it's kind of an interesting look. We do have what looks like some type of cactus. Little formations here, along with more rocks back up in this little picnic table area. Have the little owl overwatching. There's the neighbor horses, or a little horse and a pony feeding on a little hay bale right across the street. Here's something you may not see every day. It's a tree growing out of a tree. A little tree that's coming out of a tree stump. That's kind of fun. And then check this out, right by the well, we have all of these yellow, I guess, ornamental flowers. Came with the house and again, must have overwintered because they just popped up all on their own. We have it at the front of the house too. A beautiful line. Another little cactus thing, more pots. But check all those little flowers out, all in a row. These little spiky plants I'm very familiar with from my great-grandma's house living there. But I've never seen these little seed pod growths that come out. That's kind of interesting. And here's some type of cool grass, I assume. I mean, there's no way it could just be wheat, right? But it looks kind of like a wheat type of, just a tall grass, almost as tall as I am. Obviously gray and dead at the moment. I'm kind of looking forward to if it's going to survive the winter or not. And over here we have a little statue of a wolf next to, or a little coyote, next to what was a very cool plant. This area right here used to have the coolest little plant. And by little, I mean it was actually quite large. I'll throw a picture up. I never took a picture of it, but in the listing, I can zoom in on a really blurry image. I remember it having like just a huge leaf, but it was very cool. It doesn't look like it's gonna come back though. And lastly, by the garage, the weirdest little feature here. Yeah, it's apparently what was going to be a homemade pond of some kind, little maybe a koi pond or something. That's so cool. I don't know what on earth I am to do with that. Kind of just looks like a mound, and then has a little area for water. That's kind of interesting. It's in a funny area on the property, just kind of pushed off in the corner. Super cool. Here's more of the front. Looks like some evergreens or some type of trees planted at an attempt at screening. Then we had this area which had some plants in it, but now it looks like it's open. More little green plants popping up that might be turning into those yellow flowers right there, going down the driveway. And one of my favorite things ever, little German Shepherd statue that came from my great-grandma. I love that thing. I told her that I would absolutely put it somewhere on my first property. And there are the pups, being good. I do hope that you all enjoyed. So does Cal and Glizzy. Hope that you have a great day. And these are just some things around the property that I either don't know about, or I thought maybe has kind of an interesting story about it that just came with the house. And I guess we'll finish off with what I'm standing next to right now, which is this weird little bench thing, little homemade bench that is like missing the little flat bottom that side has right there. That's kind of funny, but still use it on occasion. Anyway, stay tuned for more, and thank you so much.